Everywhere I go, it seems people want to know two things. What is the meaning of life? And can you win a game of Pokemon Unite despite losing Rayquaza? Today, we're going to answer one of those questions. Hi everyone, it's Prince and I'm back with another video of my second season of Pokemon Unite, playing my trusty Crustle Tank build alongside my buddy Sakaven. So this time around, we are with two other players. We've got Mihana in the jungle as Frog, and two players going top lane, whose names I cannot pronounce because they are written in kanji. We are in dual queue, as we tend to do. Now, we don't have any Mewtwo's, and the enemy team does. So that is one thing that is a little unfortunate. And of course we end up with it in our lane. So we'll see if we can win the first big milestone and take the Indeedee in the center, which I don't believe we did. But it's not the end of the world. Now, if memory serves, this match is actually pretty interesting just because everyone is on the same playing field in terms of skill as players. Here, I've got to be careful not to get killed by too many Razor Leafs from that owl. I run and grab a berry just to make sure we're not taking any risks. That Mewtwo hasn't been farming too well, being as it's still level 3. I'm thinking it's possible that they ran to the middle Indeedee without getting some of their Bunnelbees. I'm a little bit late to the birds here, but we do manage to secure one or two of them. Also, shout out to that Mewtwo whose name is Picklesaurus. Great username. It looks like we are winning top over here, which is pretty nice. Now, they've still got a Dwebble, a Scorbunny, and a Pupitar. Going Tyranitar in the jungle, it has some upsides and downsides. The upsides are the opponents aren't able to gatekeep you as well unless they're jungle invading, because you're in the safety of your own jungle, so you can't keep getting killed over and over again. The downside is your ganks aren't going to be that good, because you're really not that good until you're a Tyranitar. Now, our top lane players are doing really well, and we're doing decently well ourselves considering that there is a Mewtwo in this lane. So here we're going to see the first jungle gank by that Greninja, who has been doing a fantastic job at farming and ganking, apparently because he is level 8, whereas the two of us are level 6. Ah, beautiful Rock 2 Mech Scissor combo. The specialty of my Crustle build. So we destroy their base, their goal here. Let me see that again real quick. It had 59. We go 30, 29. Okay, so this was one of those unfortunate situations where that wasn't calculated at all. I was counting on the fly and just completely misread the numbers or something. Didn't see that we were scoring exactly 59. Of course, for those of you who don't know, it's ideal to try and overscore the goal by as much as you can so that you don't have to pour in extra resources into the goals that are easier to defend back there, right? So it would have been ideal, for example, for us to score a total of 58, leaving it at 1, and then scoring as much as we could over that 1. Of course, I did the most suboptimal thing we possibly could have done. Letting that Greninja score first, maybe, to at least get an extra little 4 would have been nice. But then again, the opponents losing their base means that they don't have a safe spot to retreat to anymore. And the trade-off that they get is they've got Indeedees, where the Mewtwo is, farming them up for extra XP. And that is one of the game's many catch-up mechanics. So, overall, definitely could have been smoother. But man, gotta respect this player with the blue ribbon on Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff is not considered very good in this meta, so you really have to be good. And it looks like they broke our goal here. Now Greninja went top to help with the objective, but it looks like A9 is coming down. So here we started attacking the Regice, and we noticed the Mewtwo, so I think we have to stop here and deal with him. But I noticed that Alolan Ninetales has got him zoned over there, so I don't want the Regice to rubber band, as I call it, because when the objectives get too far out and they start retreating, that's when they lose their HP, so I'm the one who has to anchor him down there, keep his aggro. Greninja and Wigglytuff both went bottom to the middle after getting the Regieleki, which we secured and managed to crash it into their goal. So all of this is looking spectacular. You might be wondering why I even recorded this battle, if it wasn't to just show off that we got good opponents and lucked out there. Greninja with a pentakill. Insane. This is one of the best Greninja players I've ever seen, I have to say. And now, I didn't get to join the fun up there. Their Pupitar's still a Pupitar, which is awesome. I wanted to stay low and protect our goal, so it doesn't get broken. Now here, Pikachu's Volt Tackle gets blocked by the Tyranitar scoring animation, and the score levels him up to level 9. So now they have a Tyranitar. Luckily for us, it happened really deep into the game. The most unfortunate situations are when you get a really early, like 6:30 or maybe earlier Tyranitar, then things start getting steamrolled. But here, this wasn't too bad. Now we were able to nuke him because he was surrounded, but we still have to deal with a Tyranitar for the remainder of the game. Sakaven's here in the jungle getting some farm on the way back down to his lane. And here's the Decidueye, who's going to get caught in an unfortunate trap. He did not realize that there was a Pikachu below him and a Crustle under him. Flipping back to the perspective in the jungle, our top laners are still griefing these players. They are so good working together. Crustle tries to make something work with a Shell Smash X Scissor, but he just can't. Tyranitar goes in, but the Alolan Ninetales damage is just too powerful. Now this Mewtwo went Mega. Now his Mega shut off, and he got caught into a Rock Tomb, preventing his escape. Pikachu finishes him off, but we get caught in this Decidueye Unite move, which kills the Pikachu, and I don't run away fast enough. I thought that it was going to end a little sooner than it ended up ending, the Unite move. So now he's going to go down and attempt to score. Alolan Ninetales, I think, recognizes this and is going to the bottom lane. Are they going to prevent that score? Actually, I don't think so. No, it's not. He gets 37 on us, unfortunately. So Alolan Ninetales hadn't read that situation as well as I thought. It was just coincidentally they had come down here for the objective. So Pikachu pushes up a little bit high there, trying to get the Crustle, who unites. That's unfortunate. Can the Pikachu escape? Oh, it can kill the Crustle. Even no, he can't kill the Crustle. Yeah, Rubble Rouser is an insane Unite move. Now Tyranitar comes down. Alolan Ninetales is a squishy Pokemon, but now our Crustle unites. Oh, it's so much fun to unite as a Crustle. So my idea was to zone them out to keep them busy while the Ninetales ripped the objective, but unfortunately it gets sniped by the Decidueye, so the objective's going to rubber band and we're going to have to start over. But now there are 4 of us here, so we're able to take it down rather quickly. Now we still have all 5 of our goals, or 4 if you're not counting the one that can't break, compared to them who only have, their bottom goal left, and then of course their home goal. So this is looking really good. Cinderace is scoring up there. Is it going to get stopped? Yes, it is. But Tyranitar is going up there to help. So we're coming up because... Actually, no, we're coming up just because we're defending our goal. It's not that close to the end, like I was thinking it was. Alolan Ninetales did well to stay alive there. Now we're chasing down the Crustle, but Shell Smash makes it move rather quick. So it gets away. We're fine with that. We'll pick up the Baltoy. Heading down to our lane. Now, what is the enemy team occupied there with their... I think it was the Wigglytuff around their goal. So here we head back up because we didn't see that they were coming down. So we had vision on none of them because I had missed that they were fighting the Wigglytuff at their goal. Had I seen how many of them were there, I should have known that they were coming bottom. So I start making my way down super late. I'm able to turn on an X-Speed here. I'm just hoping that Greninja can hold off long enough. He does die, but Wigglytuff makes it there in time. And here, beautiful position to X-Scissor from behind them. Pikachu dives in. We're picking them off one by one. Down goes the Cinderace. I accidentally X-Scissor into my own Rock Tomb that failed to trap the Tyranitar. We lose the Wigglytuff. Their Crustle unites. Oh my goodness, this is one heck of a team fight. And we're throwing everything at them right here because this is gonna mean whoever wins here gets to the Rayquaza first. So here we kill the Tyranitar, my X-Scissor finally connects. I'm really trying to kill that Decidueye, but I can't quite make it. Now I left Alolan Ninetales alone against them. He smartly retreats, I think. Alolan Ninetales doesn't have the greatest matchup against Decidueye because it gets outranged. At least, as far as I can tell, that is the state of those matchups. Now the Rayquaza comes up. Everyone's alive. Everyone's back. Now, just taking a look at these levels, their Decidueye is at a good level. Their Crustle is at a good level if it's carrying the XP share. Otherwise, it's just simply acceptable. I have a reason to believe he's not on XP share because he's on the Shell Smash X's build. Mewtwo's at a fine level. At our team, I like our Greninja's level. My level is peachy for being an XP share user. Everyone else would like 13, but 12 is not bad, whereas our opponents have 211. So I'm liking our chances here, especially because on their side only Mewtwo has their Unite move, whereas we have 4 of ours. So this should swing in our direction as long as we don't mess up the team fight. And 4 of us are here. Alolan Ninetales is right there. So we see Cinderace starts engaging. That is not the play. So we're already doing great. Crustle runs in and gets smashed. We unleashed every Unite move in our arsenal against him. But who is left standing in the pit after all that chaos, after 3 of them are killed, but Tyranitar, and he secures the Rayquaza. Alright, so now we're pausing here. The Rayquaza has been stolen. We were ahead, and now they have a chance to crawl back. We're ahead currently by a good 150, but one of these 2 players, Tyranitar or the Mewtwo, swings this by an entire 100 because it's past the 2-minute mark. So I thought it was interesting to explore the conditions under which you can still win a game even losing Rayquaza. And one of them is you want 3 of their players, ideally, at least, to not be there to receive the Rayquaza's shield. And that condition was met. We have 3 of them dead. The Cinderace was popped really quickly, and the Crustle, he tried to do his best impression of a defender, rushing into all of our forces and got quadruple united and died. But that means Tyranitar was able to walk in there and take the Rayquaza. I don't know when the Decidueye died. Not sure who got him, but that was excellent. That's going to be monumental in trying to defend this Ray push. So at this point, if you lose the Rayquaza, first of all, the first condition, non-lose condition, has been met, in that at least 2 or 3 of them were dead. The second is we really need to break those shields as soon as possible, because those shields are what make it so that they can score uninterrupted, right? So this Alolan Ninetales immediately recognizes this, and he's trying to hit this Tyranitar with everything, and the shield breaks. And now Pikachu manages to break the shield of Mewtwo, but the problem is everyone is dead except for Crustle and Alolan Ninetales. Now Ninetales is chasing down this Tyranitar. The shield is gone, but Tyranitar was at full HP, and he's running to that goal with 50 in hand. Now, I don't think I should have chased here as Crustle. You see, I'm following the Ninetales, and we left the Mewtwo alone. In hindsight, maybe... Well, I don't know. That Tyranitar is so strong, and our death timers are making it so that if he had killed the Alolan Ninetales, he might have been able to score before we had gotten on the jump pad and stopped him, especially since that goal has overextended. One other thing that I thought was interesting is he runs past the Tyranitar, runs past the goal that he can score on. You see how that goal that he's running toward is like dark purple instead of light purple? It's because it's not legal to score there, so that was kind of an interesting move on his part. He went way too deep, but unfortunately that Mewtwo's going to deposit 100 on our bottom goal and break it. I don't think there's anything we can do about that. The Wigglytuff is back alive, but it's too little too late. Now, we're still in the lead. But at the time, because I hadn't kept track of how damaged our bottom goal was, I didn't know how far in the lead we were. I had just forgotten. So in the replay, I have the luxury of knowing... Well, first of all, it tells me the scores right here, right? But it was at 100, and he broke it with 100. So we're still fine here, as long as we defend. And remember, we have win conditions. We have a Tyranitar who didn't get to score. Now we just have to make it so that none of them score here. And this is a funny situation that plays out here. So Greninja is moving forward. It's important to come to this goal to defend because this is the one you can't get to directly from the jump pad. So we scare away the Crustle. Oh, I think I'm going to score my 13 because I don't know if we're in the lead or not. I panic. And I don't think I make the correct play here. What am I doing? Oh man, I did not remember doing that at all. And now Greninja is alone, fighting off the Crustle and the Decidueye and the Tyranitar that's showing up. A9 is coming up to help him, but Wigglytuff can't. He's busy with the Mewtwo down there. So scoring my 26, definitely not worth it right there. I just did that because I thought we were behind by a little. And of course I gave up 98 to this Decidueye, who then kills Greninja. So, okay. Oh man. It definitely would have been better for someone carrying more points to go do what I did. But I was the only one that had that idea. Yes, that was definitely a lose condition that I just imposed on ourselves. But you got to keep in mind, I had no idea what the scores were. I thought we were losing potentially because we just got 100 dunked on us. You could say, well, just look at the goals that are up. But if they don't tell you... If you don't see exactly what all of them were or how much everyone has overscored by, it's always a little tricky to tell. So now we have to play around the lose condition that I just manifested here. I recalled to base and now I'm ready to defend. A little late. And Alola Ninetales gets killed here because they're pushing so hard. So I come up as Crustle and I have to defend here. And poor Pikachu. He has to abandon the goal that he was defending. And I get killed here because they still have their entire team here. That Tyranitar just got a triple kill. Killed the Greninja, killed the Alola Ninetales, killed the Crustle. And now this Pikachu is left. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get this camera from the right angle. But everyone's alive on their team. Only Pikachu's alive on ours. He's level 12, good lord. But the Crustle left them so weak with all those Rock Tombs and Overs. Rock Tomb and X-Scissor. Pikachu comes in and cleans up with that. Was that a Unite move? Yes, he has his Unite here. You can see the little yellow dot above the little Pikachu icon on the left here. He unleashes it here. Deletes the Crustle, deletes the Mewtwo. Cinderace runs in. Now the Pikachu's level 14. Kills it with a Volt Tackle Electro Ball combo. And the Decidueye pivots. He pivots. If he scores here, the game is over. We're ahead by like 2. And now he's already scoring. And the Pikachu gets here. Boom! Nails the pentakill for the final save. Kudos to Sakaven for clearing up my mistake here. If I rewind to the point where it shows our points, we had no idea if we saved the game, if we lost by a lot, if we won by a lot. If I had just done what I was supposed to do and not freaked out and tried to recover a little bit of a loss, we would have been fine. I thought that the scores looked a little bit more like this when I went and did my fancy back cap maneuver. Yeah, it definitely put us in a lot of jeopardy here, but thankfully Sakaven's had his Unite move back. Pikachu's Unite move comes back so quickly. My goodness. And yeah, so that is a list of good things to do and good things not to do to secure a win through a Rayquaza loss. Thank you, Sakaven, for getting that pentakill and conserving our victory. And thank you, everyone at home, for watching. Catch you next time.